I am Dr. Sudhir Kumar, consultant neurologist working at Apollo Hospital, Hyderabad. And today I'm going to talk about briefly about multiple sclerosis. So multiple sclerosis, or short, it's called MS. It's a disease of nervous system, mainly central nervous system, affects brain and spinal cord and optic nerves. It's a demyelinating disorder, by which what we mean is that the myelin sheath, which covers the nerves, that gets damaged. And the basis of this damage is autoimmune etiology, means there are antibodies which get formed against this myelin sheath, and that damages the bones nerves. And if you look at this, where it is more common, it's more common in women. Almost out of every 10 patients, 8 to 9 could be women. And it's a disease of younger people. So from the age of 15 years to 60 years, it affects people in that age group, and mostly women in their 20s and 30s get affected. So, what are the symptoms by which MS can present? So, symptoms can be optic neuritis, where the inflammation in the optic nerve, and they have vision loss, which starts suddenly and over a few hours or up to 1 or 2 days, mostly in one eye, but both eyes can be affected. Other common symptoms can be tingling or paresthesia of one half of the body, weakness of one hand, one leg, imbalance while walking, and those who have disease for little longer duration, they can have bladder symptoms like difficulty in passing urine, and also sometimes depression can be there. And because of these disabilities, some people can develop disability like they have difficulty in walking or running fast, and sometimes speech may not be clear, so things like that. So these symptoms typically they can come and then they get better, only to repeat again after a gap of few months or few years. And that is why it's called multiple sclerosis. So the symptoms can happen repeatedly multiple times. Now, the next question comes is, when somebody has these symptoms, how to diagnose this condition? So the best and most important investigation is MRI. So we need to do MRI of the brain and spinal cord, and there typically it shows white matter lesions. So in the, so because of demyelination or damage of the myelin sheath, so there are some bright, areas where on the T2 and flare sequences, and that are very typical findings on the MRI, so with which we can diagnose. Other tests which are needed are, one is lumbar puncture, where small amount of fluid is removed from the back, and then we look for something called oligoclonal bands. So that presence of these bands suggests active MS. And other tests which we can do is VEP, visual evoked potential, to look for involvement of optic nerve. And so with the help of these tests, and sometimes if we have a doubt, we have to rule out other conditions that can mimic MS. In that, common things are vasculitis, where, and then sometimes infections. So we need to do in the first visit some tests to rule out other conditions. So once we have confirmed that this is MS, what can be done? So the most important thing to remember is that there are good and excellent treatments for MS. So today, anyone who has MS, they need not worry. So we have excellent treatment. So treatment is basically two types. One is that the current symptoms with which patient comes, that needs treatment, and for that we have to give short course of steroids. So mostly we give injections of methylprednisolone daily, 1 gram for 5 days, and once that course is over, the next major thing is to prevent the relapse. As I told, multiple sclerosis means symptoms can repeat after a gap of few months or few years. So we need to prevent those relapses, and for that we have multiple options. We have oral drugs, and we also have injections like interferon. So there's something, depending on the severity of MS, the age group of the patient, and the number of relapses which happened in the previous 6 months to 1 year, we choose the drug. So the common oral drugs like dimethyl fumarate, it is very effective, and it's a tablet, so one can conveniently take, and there's no risk, no pain that is found with injections. And then we also have common drugs like interferons, which are very convenient, because it's only we can use once weekly injections, or sometimes once in 2 weeks. So depending on the your condition, the doctor will decide which is the best treatment for you. But one thing to remember is that these treatments need to be continued for long duration. MS is a chronic condition, and so the treatment can go on for several years. But these are safe medications, safe treatment options, so one need not worry. And then few things about prognosis. So what I have seen is that I have seen thousands of MS patients. So MS is not uncommon, it is common and mostly in younger population. So when we suspect these symptoms, MRI can confirm. So almost 85 to 90% of people do well. So it's a disease with limited amount of disability, especially if you start the treatment early. So start the treatment early, have a positive outlook, and then the outcomes also will be good. One brief note about pregnancy and MS. So pregnancy, every woman has to get pregnant. So and it's more common in MS is more common in women. So it's very commonly you find MS patients who need to get pregnant. So one need not worry. Pregnancy is safe. There are a lot of data and outcomes also are good. So just have a discussion with your neurologist regarding medical options, treatment options in pregnancy. There are some options which are safe in pregnancy also, so one can use that. So I hope that with this much of information, you'll be able to tackle MS better. And I wish all the MS patients and the caregivers the very best. And have a great day.